Alright. Leave the musical comet shit down once we're playing. If it doesn't, I'll turn it down. Title screen's just a little bit excited about itself. A lot of games do that. Anyway, Doggo, I hope you understood what I was trying to explain with how to get to Siggy. I know it might have sounded a little bit vague, but it sounded like you understood the area I meant. Alright, Raina, so I don't know if you saw anybody play Call of Cthulhu, the recent Call of Cthulhu, or if you've done it so yourself. But our protagonist here is voiced by the same guy who voices the protagonist over there, which is why I'm mashing his name up. Okay, let's see. Let me remind myself. What side quest do I have to do? Actually, Raina, I don't know if you've seen any of this game before. But if not, the game takes place in the year 1918. We're an ex-war... We're a World War I officer / doctor who's now got a job in a London hospital. And it's also has been recently transformed into a vampire. And we're looking for the guy who did it to us, to get answers. So right here we have an investigation screen, which is basically our side quests. I need to talk to her. Done these ones. I'll need to work on that. Okay, so I don't have any side quests to work right now. Yeah, what Doggo said. Guy wakes up, rar, who did this to me? Then we get a job at a hospital. I mean, there's a lot more nuance to the story than that, but that's like the major notes of the story so far. The overarching plot hasn't done anything super complicated, but we have had a lot of little side quests and nuances to things so far since then. Well, let me show you something. The game's got an interesting system here. You see how we're looking at these characters here, and it says blood quality, and there's an XP rating. So we could go around and we can actually drain the blood from any of these characters we want. I'm pretty sure that kills them. And we get the listed amount of XP if we do that. So I could kill this lady and get 2,600 XP, which is kind of a lot. Or I could kill this guy and get 600 XP. Problem with that is, now they're permanently dead and out of the story, and we're a murderer. Also, there's this health status. This is the health status of this whole region. The more people we kill, the more we destabilize the region. By causing fear and chaos. So we've got that downside. So we have to balance out. The game is specifically balanced so that most of the enemies we fight will be higher level than us if we don't eat anybody. We could go goody two-shoes route and be like, nope, I'm a gentle touch. I'm a doctor. I'm here to heal people. I'm not going to kill anybody. If we do that, combat will be harder for us. So we can make things easier on ourselves at the expense of being a murderer. Now, this guy I want to kill because this guy is like, he's either a gang member or a gang leader. In any case, he's a violent psychopath, and the world would be better without him. But I need to learn these 3 hints about him. I need to learn more about him. Make him worth more XP. I might as well juice him for all it's worth, right? And there's somewhere else in another area that's similar I want to get rid of too. But so I've decided I'm going to kill people that I think are the scum of the earth and are causing more harm by existing. I'm going to kill those people. They're probably not going to be worth a lot of XP, honestly, though. Where's the other one? The one was this guy. Well, he's worth a lot. There might be something more to his story, but right now he's kind of an asshole and a bully. I want to kill him, too. And this guy here, he's the guy who hired us. He's the guy who runs the hospital. He hired us to work here. And he's also the member of a secret society that, I don't know if they hunt vampires specifically, or they are just like paranormal investigators. What are they called? I can't remember what they're called. But in any case. But he knows that we're a vampire, and he works with another vampire. Like, they're hunting harmful, bad vampires, but they can work with good vampires, so to speak, like ourselves. So he knows we're a vampire, and he knows, I don't know if she's listed in here. There's another vampire, not protagonist, but good guy vampire character in the game. I guess she's not listed here because she's not a potential person that we can kill. Anyway, he's got 2 vampire allies, including ourselves. Other than that, he's like a Van Helsing kind of character, sort of. Anyway. Where's my waypoint? Oh wait, are you Thelma?
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
How
are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor.
Now, this character's interesting.
Vibrant blood.
She's a patient at the hospital here, and she thinks she's a vampire. Now, it's funny because she's just blatantly right out telling us that she's a vampire. Not even trying to hide it. Personally, I think she's just crazy. I don't think she's a vampire. I think she just thinks she is. But there are some other vampire hunters out there who think that she really is one. I don't know, and she's just using the crazy angle as a cover. I mean, I don't know how it's a very good cover if she's not, if she's actually just telling people, though. You know what I mean? Anyway.
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting me down?
This could be bad. Oh yeah, and there's another thing. If you actually, I guess you can't see it on the upper right of the screen because my face is covering it up. But you see on the upper left it says mesmerize. On the upper right, there's something that says medical checkup. I can diagnose people, and if they're feeling sick, I can help heal them, which makes them worth more XP later when I eat them, or just help them in general.
Don't worry, sir. You're gonna be all right.
Let's see. To tolerate the misunderstanding, that might lead to her realizing that there are other actual vampires here. And yeah, Raina, that would hide... People would discount her claims of vampirism because she's nuts. That's true, but I don't know if that would necessarily throw off an actual dedicated vampire hunters. In the case, there were vampire hunters investigating the hospital. But that's because they are onto the fact that the guy running the hospital is working with a vampire. They just don't know who it is, but they know there is one. And they think it's her, but they're wrong. But they are onto him, and they are onto the fact that there is one.
There is no hunt, and nobody is searching for you. You're no threat to this hospital, and you have my word you are perfectly safe here.
Your lies demean you, Doctor.
Ah!
Do you really expect me to lower my guard? I know exactly who I am, and what I am dealing with.
Uh-huh.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes.
Let's see. Well, I got all the information about her.
And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
I don't want to tell her this, because then she might suspect me. I don't think this will actually help her any. I'm gonna go with this.
You are no vampire. You are a delusional woman, convinced she is something she is not.
How convenient to call delusional anyone who does not share your precious rationale, Dr. Reid.
It's so hilarious because she thinks that we're just some dumbass mortal.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Okay. Let's see. I guess we might as well just get back to the main quest at this point. Although, wait a second. Okay, so I can use my vampire senses here to detect where people are.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Oh hey Rose, how you doing? Oh shit, everybody paid up at last. Nice, thank you. 270 bits, very nice. Holiday cheer indeed. Okay, I'm looking for a specific person. Where are they? You. I haven't talked to this person yet. I want to see if they have a side quest or something, or if they can tell me something about somebody else. Hey, buddy.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reid.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague?
Well, kind of am.
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Your phone can't watch in HD? Sorry about that, Rose. Thankfully, there's a lot of conversation happening right now, so lots to listen to.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Do you need medical attention?
I'm feeling all right, Doctor. But perhaps it is because I, too, am used to the smell of the dead.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war,
Alright, Rose, enjoy.
I learned to face
Thanks
my
for the
death
bets.
and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for you.
Oh, shit.
She must be very relieved now.
Well, she's relieved in the sense that she's not worried about us anymore because we ate her. Yeah, she came across us just as we were getting back up from being a corpse. And we were so blood crazed that we didn't know what was going on, and we ate her before we knew what was going on. Oops.
Tell Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reid. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Yes.
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reid. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
I don't know why this is still lit up. I'm gonna check
Do
this.
you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do...
Okay, that was weird. Personal questions.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all
Sort
my
of.
clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No, I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Oh, not everybody.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reid. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
I like this guy.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Alright, what you got? Ooh, got all kinds of medical stuff. Okay. Opium! I might as well sell this. I might be able to break it down, but... screw it. So I'm not going to use it anyway. Sure. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to take your supplies. Thank you, I've got your opium. What a time to be alive. Okay. I guess we might as well pursue the main quest now, because I'm not sure who we can talk to that will tell us anything new. All of our investigations are over for the moment. Around this way. Hospital can be a little confusing sometimes. Right here. This lady over here is the other vampire I mentioned. See? We lost her composure, I see. Whoopsie.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reid. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Now, we already knew she was a vampire, so that's not what he means when he says that he knew it. Let's see.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady. Unfortunately, I could not bring myself to do it.
I'm so disappointed in you, Jonathan. I didn't expect this from you.
Lady Ashbury, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was. I can assure you, it was all used for charitable ends.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan? All right, say I trust you, but you will still pay the ransom. That is only fair. After all, it was you who failed to bring this problem to a satisfactory conclusion.
I believe I could agree to that.
And since a lady always keeps her promises, I will now answer any questions you may have.
Why the hell is it only fair that I pay this shit? I'm not the one doing the blackmail. I just went to try to see if I can fix it. That's pretty stupid. But whatever. We'll be a gentleman about it. Let's see.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
I figure he's either messing with us or testing us. Just, like, left us there to see how we would react. See how we would deal with it.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me?
There's a
Goodness,
male
no.
voice in her head.
Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
Now this is also a stupid question, but we got to exhaust our conversation options.
A vampire? Is that what I am?
Derp.
What we are?
Such a crude word.
Smarter than that, Johnny
defined
boy.
by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
An Ekon is apparently, we learned earlier, an Ekon is what the vampires call themselves. I guess they consider it to be a more sophisticated name, based on what she just said.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
We have seen other varieties of vampires that we've been fighting, so it makes sense. Let me see what they called it. Species of vampire. What was the other one that we were fighting called? Oh, I forget. Oh, there it is, the skals, yeah. Skals is like mindless feral vampires, which is part of what we've been fighting. So I guess there's skals and there's Ekons.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter skal.
There.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then.
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, skals are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a skal?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
They're like feral ghouls, I guess.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Uh-huh.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Right? What else we got?
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Not well
Though
enough.
I can't be certain. More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
They call themselves.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society, and like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
Yeah, like all those damn skals, for example. Breaking everywhere.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
I don't agree with that.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Alright, just before we do that, one moment.